Hello, this is Martin from seekedge, the channel for learning about trading and investing. Welcome to a new series, Algo Basic series, which talks about algorithmic trading. It gives you this session will give you just an overview, right? So this is a very brief video. No, I'm going to have just one picture. I'm going to explain that, right? And it's just an introductory section and is meant for those who heard a lot of things about algo from here and there, but is not able to connect with the things and then get a perspective on what exactly is that. That is only purpose of this video. Seeing this video does not mean that you have learned most of algo, or you are well versed in algo. And that's not the purpose of the video. Purpose of the video is just to give an overview on how you connect the different places. Let's get on. Now, what you see here is more or less everything about algorithmic trading, the different components that is involved there. So each of that would require a lot of time to get deep dive into it. Let's just analyze the different components. So what you see here in orange is the exchange, so the NSE or the BSE or any stock exchange, right? Now, co-location servers are the servers which are located right near to the exchange, right? Broker API is all the trading, whether it is algorithmic or non-algorithmic or any kind of trading, online trading, offline trading, whatever it is, it happens through broker. So we are talking about online trading. It happens through the broker APIs. The broker APIs will connect with the exchange interface. An API is nothing but a mechanism of connecting one application to the other application. So NSE's application gets connected to the broker's application. Broker's application gets connected through internet to your web browser, right? So brokers, most of them would have co-location servers, would have their servers located nearby, so that execution is faster and have got that advantage. Now that's about the exchange and the broker. Now when we talk about algorithmic trading, you see that there is a green. There are two greens here basically. One is the automation rules engine, second one is the strategy backtesting engine. So automation is one part. When we talk about algorithmic trading, automation is one part. Second part is backtesting, right? So when you say automation, we are not talking about specifically about high frequency trading or normal trading. We are not differentiating that here. So any kind of automation, that means any kind of placement of order or or execution of the order without the need for a manual execution is what automation is all about. So rules engine, why it is known as it involves so you place the order based on certain conditions, like indicator moving average has to be this much, or RSI has to be this much, or pivot level has to be at this point, and so these are all the different rules. These rules has to be coded, and when the signal is generated, the orders has to be placed to the exchange. So such a piece of code that makes it possible is what the rules engine or the automation engine. This can be done in different languages, programming languages like Python, Node.js, Java, .NET, or even Excel sheet also you can do that nowadays, right? So that is the automation engine part of it. Second one is backtesting of the strategies. Now backtesting can be manually done by going through the charts. We are not talking about that. We are talking about algorithmic trading. So the backtesting also is using algorithm, is also automated, right? We would like to test n number of rules and conditions and combinations of various kind on the data and find out whether that particular rule works to what extent, right? What kind of performance does that give, right? We test it for different months, weeks, years, and then we generate the reports based on that. That is how we design the strategy, we optimize the strategy, and we launch the strategy for automation. So these are the, so automation means algorithmic trading means automation as well as backtesting. So that is the two green parts of it. Now what are these gray things? So first one is third-party automation platforms. So these are third-party companies, these are vendors who have their platforms which would connect to the broker, and from the broker it connects to the exchange. So these third-party vendors would provide platforms which may not need you to have your own automation rule engines, but the third-party automation platforms would have their own separate automation engines which is hidden from the customer, like you, from the retailer. You would not necessarily need to code, or sometimes they would give their own proprietary interface for you to do it without the need for coding, right? There are many platforms that do that. The streak of zerodha is a typical example of that. They do this auto, but ultimately it goes to the specific broker only, right? It connects to the broker. Now there are charting and automation platforms like AmiBroker, TradingView, and all this. So they have their own proprietary languages, interfaces that helps you to do this automation and the backtesting, right? AmiBroker trading allows both of that. Now there are bridge platforms like the Algo Mojo which will connect this. This is again a bridge platform which will connect multiple brokers, multiple platforms, multiple charting tools, and all that at a common place, so that different broker orders and different automation platforms, everything is integrated into one place. So these are the three third party which have their own automation engines, their own backtesting engines in the background hidden from the retailer, right? So that covers our one part, most of it. Now what are these? Another most important component is the data provider, right? We are talking about 1 minute data, 5 minutes data, 10 1 hour data, daily data, or it can be monthly. So it involves a lot of data on different instruments, right? Like options, derivatives, stocks, indices. Now all of these data since 10, 12, 15 years back data would be not available with the brokers always, or they don't provide that, right? These can be purchased from data providers by like TrueData, so they would provide it. Sometimes they tie up with the broker also, with some offers or something, but these are the people who gives. Even NSE also is a data provider. They also have the they are also providing that, right? So they would provide us with the live feed data as well as the historic data. Historic data is the past data, live data is that day's data, right? So when you're doing the static backtesting, you would need that historic data, right? When you're doing the live trading for the automation, you would need that live data for the automation to work, right? So that is the data provider part of it. So automation. So once again, I'm just wrapping up. This is exchange, this is a broker, this is automation engine, this is the backtesting engine, and this is the data provider. Now what else is left? The one that is left is cloud. So cloud, we all nowadays it's common. Everyone knows that there are Amazon has got their cloud, Google has got cloud services, Microsoft has got cloud services. All of so this is the this is like we don't have physical servers like it used to be earlier. Everything is virtual. You would have one big server with Google or Amazon or Azure, and then virtual instances of that would be provided to the large number of customers based on what capacity, what performance requirements they need. So if we instead of having our automation rule engine or automation code that we have built, or our strategy testing that you have built, all of this, instead of putting it into your own server, hosting it on your own server, and then doing it would require a lot of resources and it would not be efficient and cost effective. So putting them into a virtual environment like cloud, right, is very cost effective, and with performance we can adjust the performance also. Right. So that is why this cloud part is coming. So our databases can be there, automation rule engines can be there, backtesting. So anything you want, you can put it on virtual machines. Virtual machines are virtual operating systems instances on the cloud environment. Now there is a web interface plus. Suppose you need a website where you want the results of the daily automations log to be published. You can create a web, and that also can be there on the cloud, right? So that is a cloud part of it. Now the last part of it is the quant or machine learning engine. Okay, so this is the place where we create models and try to based on the historic data, right? We create models, test them, and then train them, and then come out with models that would have very highly optimized trading strategies, right? That is what many of the quantitative analytics companies like Jim Simon's company, all these people are working on such highly advanced machine learning algorithms, which would keep on optimizing themselves based on the data, as and when it gets added to it, and then come out with new models, new optimized strategies that would have improved performance every time. So these are the different key components. So the entire algorithmic trading consists of all of this, right? So when we talk about algorithmic trading, people have different ideas. Some of them would think that just placing the order without punching in is what algorithmic trading is all about. Some of them think that high frequency trading or trading or scalping in milliseconds is what algorithmic trading, right? Some of them think that just executing in cloud is algorithmic. So some of them think that trading view connecting to the broker is algorithmic trading. So these are all algorithmic trading, but these are all different components, right? Different components of the so testing itself has got several tools for backtesting. There are tools like Backtrader, many other backtesting tools are there, which was developed which has nothing to do with automation, but it would be testing and finding out the performance analysis of your strategy, right, based on the data that you are feeding into. That is also part of the algorithmic trade, right? So ideally the strategy that is built, right, is built, tested, and then the parameters and performance is measured, and then only it is deployed into the rules engine for automation. Then it is fed for further optimization in the machine learning model engine, right? So right, some of them thinks of algo trading as something that some platform like Streak which places order, right? So that is just a third party platform which would have their own automation engine, which would have their own strategy backtesting engine, right, which is not exposed to us. When we build our own automation and our own backtesting engine, it becomes algorithmic trading for us, right? They have, from their perspective, they have their own engines, which ultimately would be in some cloud, right? Right. So I hope you understood where the cloud piece is coming, right? Because instead of hosting them on our servers and maintained by us, we put it a server which is maintained by somebody else, right? Data providers is very clear, right? So I hope you have got an overview on what exactly the different components are, right? So that should be a good start, I believe, right? So I would be coming with additional further sessions on this, right, in the future, once I get at least 1000, the minimal subscriber count that I'm still waiting for, right? I would be coming with further videos on this. So please share with your friends, relatives, and whoever you think may be interested to know more about algorithmic trading and more about trading, investment, and many aspects of it. Please share and hit the like button if you like, and share to maximum people. I hope you would do that, and I hope you understood what I was talking about last few minutes. Happy learning, happy trading. Bye.